this is a request that's been in my comments for a while, so Jaden, this one is for you. I know you've been down there, rallying for this map every video, so this one's for you, my friend. Just the same way, if you have a state that we haven't already covered, I would recommend you check out the playlist, but if you have a state that we've not already covered that you'd like me to cover, then please drop it in the comments, because I will always prioritise the ones that people want to see over the ones that I want to do myself. So yeah, if you end up enjoying the video, then please consider dropping a like, and obviously subscribing to the channel. It helps me out a huge amount. We're trying our very hardest to get to 1,000 subscribers. We're slowly getting there, but yeah, any support would be hugely appreciated, as always. So thank you very much for that. So let's get started, shall we? So, if you don't know how this works, we draw the outline, the sort of shape of the state, and then we, go into more detail with cities, any borders, water, etc. So yeah. Let's start. I'm just looking at how wide I want this to be. I would say I want to be about here. So we have a nice straight line to begin with. I would say maybe that long. And then we also have a straight line across the top here. Maybe to there. Maybe a touch more. Yeah, okay. Happy with that. So, yes. As I said, this one's been requested a few times by the same person, and I, really admired their dedication to get me to do it, basically. So, yeah, here we are. Here we are. Okay. I've also been given a heads up as to the pronunciations for most of the places, so if I still get it wrong, you have permission to unsubscribe. So this part is a little wiggly, but it's not too complicated, but okay. Yeah. So this side, however, is a different story. This one's it's also wiggly, but it's a strange old shape, this part here. It's almost like, well, I understand why. It's because it's as we have seen with a lot of our state maps, the border line is the Mississippi River. So we've seen that a few times, I believe, in was it Illinois? We've done Missouri, I believe it was in that one, and excuse me, maybe one of our others, I can't remember. Potentially Ohio, I don't know. I can't remember exactly. Where am I? I've lost myself. Okay. debated whether I wanted to do this map landscape or portrait, because it's one of those where it's fairly tall but it's also quite wide, so it's if I had a more square piece of paper that would be ideal, but obviously I'm working with A4 sort of dimensions here, so I hope you can understand. Where am I now? Oh yeah, I'm here. Okay. Blessed be to the Father, we have a straight line. And we want to, excuse me, we want to take this to about here, I think. Maybe a tiny bit further, actually. About here. Okay. Yeah, okay. So, I wanna... Yeah. So, as always, the dimensions are the most difficult part of any map. Okay. So this bit down here is very, very complex. Okay, sorry, I'm concentrating. My brain is going into overdrive. Actually, this needs to be a bit bigger this way. Wow, I didn't fully realise how complicated this part of the map was until now. So you guys seem to enjoy the Alaska map, which is good because I really enjoyed making it. A tiny bit more here. Yeah, I really enjoyed making that one. Okay. So now... So this is all down here, this is all water, right? So some of these very complex coastlines, we've got islands that I need to add in retrospect, which I will, don't worry about that. This could be quite a long one, so strap yourselves in. Long, thin bit there that I could never do justice with my heavy hands. And we're going to have to use every last bit of... this bit I think could be a tiny bit wider, sort of this way, but it's not terrible. Now, as I said, I need to add a few little islands, so there's one there, there is one there like that. Okay. Have I missed anything? And then around, sort of here, we've got like loads of little ones. I don't know what you would call this. Is it like an archipelago? You've got loads of tiny little islands there. And then in Finch, you've got a few of them sort of out here as well. This is a little long one actually. And then there's a long one here like that. Okay, without spending so much time on the tiny little islands down there. There we have our map. Now, as I always do, we'll add the neighbouring states. As such, like that. I think we normally do the neighbouring states / countries in green. So over here we've got Texas, which we have done a map of before, so I would recommend you check that out if you're interested in Texas. Here we have double S I double P I Mississippi, and then we have Arkansas America Explain. Arkansas. Okay. Let's do water, because we normally do water. Next. Sorry for that loud noise. So all the way, as I mentioned down here, and as you can probably tell with all of the little archipelagos and islands, this is water, and it's the Gulf of Mexico for the most part, and I think we've got a couple of bays that we need to, I guess, denote, mark out, but I think the actual overriding body of water is the Gulf of Mexico, which makes sense, because we're on the south coast of the US here. So, yeah, it's been a strange few days to be a Brit, with obviously the news about Queen Elizabeth. The mood around the country has been, I think, just very strange, just sort of, I can't really describe it. I mean, some people are fairly anti-royal, which I guess, I can have your own opinion, but I don't really necessarily agree with bringing that into it when someone's died, but as I say, the mood around the country has been very strange. I think some people have taken it harder than others, for sure, which I suppose is natural, because some people like the Queen more than others. But it seems like things are in motion for is it called an ascension? I think it's called an ascension ceremony. So he's been sworn in to being king. And yeah, I think the one that I will struggle to get used to is the national anthem changing from God Save the Queen to God Save the King. I'm definitely going to forget that. Okay. I need some leverage here. So as I mentioned, down here is the Gulf of Mexico. We've got a whole lot of bays. We've got the Brayton Sound. And there is a place here called Barataria Bay. Then we have Atchafalaya Bay. Atchafalaya. And then this is Vermilion Bay. Okay. There we go. More water now. We need to so yeah, there's quite a few lakes in Louisiana, as it turns out, as well. As it just so happens. And then there's like another one like here, like that big. But I guess they're both. Oh no, they're both. No, they do have different names. So where's my pen? So this is, I hope you can see this, Lake Pontchartrain. Hell of a name. That's an N, by the way, not an M. Down here. There's a pair of lakes down here. And then okay, apologies. We had a little sound interruption there. There is another lake down here. Sort of that shape. Sort of like a half asymmetric teardrop. And then coming out of coming out of. So wait, I don't lose it here, so we come all the way down. Wiggling and wiggling and wiggling and waggling. Literally all the way out down to the bottom there. That is so many letters. M-I-S-S-I-S-S-I-P-P-I. That's the Mississippi River. Right, shall we do some cities? Oh wow, 22 minutes just to do that. Okay, it's over here. We'll start as always with the state capital, which is on the Mississippi, slightly above the lake, so about here. And we have the state capital of, get the right colour pen would always help. State capital of Baton Rouge. I'm guessing that's French derivative because rouge is the French word for red. Some of you may know that, some of you may not. We've got on the lake here probably the only place I'd actually heard of, sadly, which is New Orleans. I would imagine that New Orleans is bigger than Baton Rouge. I think we've said this before, but oftentimes the state capital isn't always the biggest city. About here is Lafayette. Here. We've got Lake Charles. And then if we go wrong end of the pencil up to about here. This is Alexandria. And then we'll do two more. We'll go with here is Monroe, and then up to the northwest. I'm assuming that is Shreveport. Okay. I don't believe I've missed anywhere big out. No, we do, if we can, like to add any hills or, I mean, this is referred to as a mountain, but it's not very tall. Come on, pen, there we go. This is This is Driscoll Mountain, which is 163 meters or 535 feet tall. Okay then, let me just bring you out slightly so we get everything in. Okay, there we go. Of course, we have to do a title of Louisiana, so what colour shall we do the title in? Shall we go with... I need something that will show up as well. Let's go with this. I don't believe we've ever... No, look at that. Nice fresh pencil. I don't believe we've ever used this colour. Louisiana. There we have it, folks. So, Jaden, my friend, I hope you enjoyed that one. That one was for you. I hope everyone else, you've enjoyed it equally. This one was a challenging one, but yeah, I think it came out quite well. If you've enjoyed, then please consider dropping a like on the video, as I said, and maybe subscribing to the channel. If you made it this far, thank you ever so much for watching. But most importantly, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye, guys, and